Hello, Bruce Sullivan with Sullivan Roof Cleaning out of Des Moines, Iowa. I'm here today to talk about how to hook up a solenoid to your 12 volt pump, this being a fat boy pump, and bypassing the relay on the pumps, which sometimes some of us have problems with, and the solenoid alleviates all that and one less thing you have to mess with. I'm here today with Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi, guys.
And she's going to be doing the filming. So she's my partner in all this. So anyway, I'm going to go over to the bench and I'm going to show you how to hook up the solenoid to the pump so you can bypass the relay. So I'll give the camera to Maria and then we'll head that way and I'll walk you through it. Okay, what I've done today is I've already done a few preliminary things, but I'm going to walk you through it so you have a pretty good understanding. First of all, this is a Fat Boy 7870 101E. These are the pumps that I use. They work real well. We never have a problem with them. I change it out every year whether it needs it or not. As some of you know and some maybe not, we primarily clean the wood cedar shake roofs, and that's where we use a lot more solution because we use a little different solution than is used on, say, some of the others like asphalt, tile, metal, so forth. So we use a lot of solution and these pumps get a lot of wear on them. And so I wanted to take the time today to show you this because actually what happened is I just had to reset my truck up again. Today's what, the 23rd of January 2015. Last month Maria and I were down in Florida on a vacation, and we had a lead on a cedar roof, so we went by and looked at that particular lead, and while we were there we gathered up a whole bunch of potential roof cleanings for wood roofs down in Florida, which most people would think, no, there's no wood roofs in Florida. We found over 400 of them in about 6 hours. And to make a long story short, we came back, we put some marketing together, we sent them out. We've already got 4 jobs down there, about $10,000 worth of work, so we're heading out here in about 2 weeks to get down there and do those, and I'm quite sure we're going to get a lot more. So that's why I'm out here and the truck's set up the way it is, and I thought this would be a good time to explain how to connect a solenoid to your pump system and bypass the relay. First of all, I get my pumps from a place called pwmall.com. That's pwmall.com. They're 190 bucks delivered to me. It takes about 2 days to get one. You put an order in there real fast. So that's where I get my pumps from. That's a pretty good price. For any of you that's using the Fat Boy pump, that's a really good price. This is the solenoid. Maybe I'll just put that up there. Maria, hold that for a second so they can see the label on it. It's used for a snow plow. You can use them for lift gates, what they call a constant or continuous solenoid. Buy those from O'Reilly's. It's right here, about 18 bucks. And Maria, you jump in here too if you think there's anything I'm missing. What I did already, I kind of set some of this up and I put some things together on how to hook this up. It's pretty simple actually, as long as you get the right wires in the right places. And so first of all, when you get the pump, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to come with this relay switch on it. And what I've done is obviously took the relay switch off and I went into the harness. I opened the harness up, and what I did was I cut out some of the wires, and this is the particular wire I cut out of there, and this is your live wire from your relay switch, and you can see that right here in the harness, and you can see where I've cut that right there. That's the only red wire coming out of this harness, and it goes over here. That's your live wire. Now, there's 2 black wires in this relay switch too. There's the ground right here that comes from the pump. That's the pump ground. And I've already cut that, and as you can see right in there, that's where I cut it. Then you'll see this wire hanging out, because again, this one's already connected to the pump. This one would be the one you'd hook to your battery or your ground if you were setting this up, because this is your live wire over here off of your pump. I keep this because I like this piece of wire. It's a nice piece of wire, amongst other things I've got throughout this garage. Some people think I'm a hoarder, but yeah, Maria?
You are a hoarder.
I am. Yeah, well, the way I see it, if I don't have to pay for something, if I've got it, then I don't have to pay for it. So what I did is already put together some connections here that's pre-set up, but I basically just want to show you how simple it is to connect this to your solenoid. Now, one of the first things you're going to have to do, or you need to do, is when you look at this solenoid, you see where it says battery right here? That's going to be your battery side of your solenoid, because both of these are grounds on your solenoid. This is your live here. So when you put this together, you want to make a little jumper. And as you can see, I've made this myself just out of a simple piece of wire, because this has a self-tapping screw which goes right down into my skid that I had on my truck. You might have saw a minute ago, and we'll go back over there in a minute and I'll show you that. This is what grounds the solenoid basically to your unit, whether it's your skid or your truck or your trailer or whatever. Then of course this goes on here, and I'll explain how to do that further with this. You simply take a wire, which I've already put together, as you can see. That's going to go on to this, what's called the battery side of the solenoid. And then that's just going to go right to your ground on your battery. It's that simple. That's all there needs to be. So you make a jumper that grounds the solenoid to your body or your truck or your skid or whatever, and then you have a ground wire going from the ground post or the battery side of the solenoid up to your battery. That's taken care of. And there's the ground side. All done. Now, when you go to hook up your power, it's very simple. You just bring that over to here and hook that onto the power part of your solenoid. There it is right there. So there's that, and then you take your ground from here and go to this side of the solenoid, the opposite side that says battery, and you just go ahead and connect that, drill it with a self-tapping screw is what I do, right into my skid. Bingo, there it is, it's all set up. Now this thing is wired up to go to the solenoid. It's got the live wire coming out of the top here, like I showed you where we cut it. There's only one wire that goes into the relay switch. This is it. That goes over to the solenoid side, top of the solenoid. This ground is your ground from your pump, and then of course you have to have a ground going to your battery from your solenoid, which is on this side of the solenoid. And most solenoids will say battery on it. The one thing about it is if you did hook it up, and if you hooked it up wrong, just switch the wires. I mean, it'll work that way also. Then the next thing you do to get everything working the way you should, I don't have it here with me, but on my truck, I've got just a regular plumber's or electrical switch. I have a weather box this fits in so that moisture doesn't get in it. It's very simple, and all you've got to do then is connect your hot side of your pump, this red wire here, to one of your terminals here, and then get you another one. And I use one that has an inline fuse. I use a 30 amp fuse. Just hook that one there, and this one goes to your positive side of your battery over here. And that's how you get your juice right here, because that runs all the way through. So you've got one coming off of your on and off switch that goes to your positive, and then you've got another one that's going from the positive of your pump to the switch. And it's that simple. I mean, if you connect this the way I just showed you, this will work every time. So that's what it's going to look like. This is already going to be hooked up. You just have to cut this one away from the relay switch. You'll cut your ground away from the relay switch. You'll just route your ground over to your solenoid. You'll route your power over to your solenoid, and you'll use the little jumper so you can ground the solenoid to your unit, and then you'll have your ground coming from the ground side of the solenoid to the battery. Did I think I explained that okay, Maria?
Yeah, I could do it.
You could do it?
Yeah.
All right. Then we're in pretty good shape. So let's go back to the truck just for a second. And again, I just set this up here a few days ago. I'm going to do another video actually after this video about this setup and why I have it set up the way I did. But as you can see, the solenoid's right there, and I tapped it in with my little jumper thing and tapped the solenoid, and I've ground it to my skid. This is the switch, same switch I was showing you over there, except it has a waterproof cover on it. You can hear it clicking. Solenoid clicks. We bypassed the whole relay. There's one other thing that I'm not going to take it off, but this shield right here, can you see me moving that?
Yeah.
This is a heat shield. When you order this pump from pwmall.com, if you decide to, they sell these too. There's a link right at the bottom of the pump page, 18 bucks. Best thing I ever invested in because it pulls the heat off the pump. You know how your pumps can get hot sometimes. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's how it's set up. It's pretty simple. I hope this has been informative. I hope it's helped you. For those of you that do want to use a solenoid, they last forever. I've never had one go out on me. Again, I always replace my stuff every year with new stuff just because that's me. You know, I just do it because we do put a lot of wear and tear on our system. I mean, we do a lot of wood roof cleanings and we use a lot of solution, and those pumps are pumping constantly. So that's pretty much it for how to hook up a solenoid. Again, you can get the solenoids at O'Reilly's. Just go back on this video and look at it, and it'll have the number on the box. Just take the number in and that'll be the solenoid. On the side of it, it'll have a mark that says battery side, where I showed you the ground goes to the battery. That's where your little jumper to help ground the solenoid, and then that's your ground. Then the other ground goes over from your pump, the black wire coming out of your pump, and then at the top head where the red wire comes out, that goes to the top of your solenoid, and then you just run your other live wire like I've done. As you can see it coming out there to that little twist screw, goes up in there, and then up at the top here, this is the wire that goes into my positive side. And very effective. So anyway, that's how you wire a solenoid to a 12-volt pump system. I'm going to be doing some other videos on some different things that we do. Some stuff on marketing. I'm going to be doing some videos on our statistics, how we gather all our statistics about our websites. Another video I want to do next, and show you how to set up events in Google Analytics, so that you know where everybody's coming from, what they're visiting, how long they've been there, what's working for you, and better yet, what isn't working for you on your website. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and you know, put your email in or accept the video, and I'll put you on the list, and when that comes out, I'll send it to you. All this is free, no charge. I'm just doing it because these are things that I've learned over the years of doing the roof cleaning, and it pertains to everybody. So that's it for now. Thanks from Bruce and Maria. Hope to talk to you all sometime, and have a nice day.